Hello everyone and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Today we are looking at a crowd crush at the PhilSports Football and Athletics Stadium in Pasig, Metro Manila in the Philippines, which occurred when 30,000 people gathered outside the stadium waiting to participate in the first anniversary show of the TV variety show Wowowee. Wowowee was a noontime variety TV show broadcast on ABS-CBN in the Philippines in Tagalog from the 5th of February 2005, replacing the variety TV show MTB, which was broadcast on the 30th of November 1998 until the 4th of February 2005. Throughout the show's life cycle, the show was hosted by Willie Revillame with various co-hosts. The show aired live for 3 hours and 25 minutes on weekday afternoons and Saturday afternoons and was broadcast from Studio 4 of the ABS-CBN Broadcasting Centre in Quezon City in Metro Manila. The show featured various segments where people could win money. These included Cash Motto, where a random studio audience member had 1 minute to grab as much money as they could in the air in a secluded capsule with the ability to win up to 1 million Filipino pesos. Another game was Wheel of Fortune, where contestants would have to guess a song and then the first to 5 points made it to cash bookers, where the player selected 3 trays of 10 to play with and then chose 1 tray, offered increasing amounts until they opened their booker, almost akin to Deal or No Deal. Another game which was only active from 2005 to 2008 was Big Time Pera o Bayong, where 50 people were asked a question with 3 possible answer choices labelled A, B or C. When one person was left, they would choose from 10 bags and then bargained with the host, again similar to Deal or No Deal, whether they kept their bag, took a proposed cash amount or kept playing. The 3 grand prizes were 1 million Filipino pesos, a house and a lot, with a brand new car added into the mix in 2008. The show was a consistent hit and consistently enjoyed a 20% market share, frequently hitting 30%, and when Revillame returned to the Philippines from hosting shows overseas on the 23rd of September 2009, Wowowee enjoyed a 32.3% market share compared to longtime variety show Eat Blagas on GMA Network, which competed against Wowowee, having a 20.2% share. While Wowowee remained relatively popular in Manila, it saw its highest level of popularity in the rural Philippines. With the first anniversary of the show, it was decided to show what could only be described as a massive celebration at the PhilSports Football and Athletics Stadium in Orambon, Pasig in Metro Manila, which has capacity for 15,000 people. In organising, there was a lack of collaboration between ABS-CBN and Pasig's Mayor Vicente Eusebio and Police Chief. Usually only 5,000 people attended recordings at ABS-CBN studios, and producers of Wowowee were simply not ready for the number of people who showed up at the stadium on the morning of the 4th of February 2006, a combined 30,000 people, with many having slept overnight. But why did so many people show up to be part of an early afternoon game show? Well, Wowowee was giving away more prizes as part of its first anniversary, including jeepneys, taxis, and a top prize of 1 million Filipino pesos, about $18,000. This might not sound like a lot, but the average Filipino salary in 2006 for a family was 173,000 Filipino pesos, ranging from 311,000 in the National Capital Region to a low of 89,000 in the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. And with an average expenditure per family of 147,000 Filipino pesos, savings weren't generally that great, and as a result 1 million Filipino pesos was life-changing money. The Philippine Daily Inquirer reported that most of the 30,000 were from the poorest parts of Metro Manila, nearby provinces, or jobless, with the Filipino economy struggling at the time, and in January 2006 an unprecedented 8.1% of Filipinos were unemployed. Most of those in the queues were young and middle-aged women, as well as some elderly. At 6 a.m. on the 4th of February 2006, organisers and producers of Wowowee, undeterred by the 30,000 people, began handing tickets out to the front of the crowd. However, an ABS-CBN employee stated that only the first 300 in line would be able to participate in Pera o Bayong, which offered prizes from 10 to 50,000 Filipino pesos. This excited the crowd and caused them to push their way through to be part of the first 300. Moreover, aware that the stadium only had capacity for 15,000 and scared that they would miss out, overhearing that tickets were already being handed out and that people in front of the queue were already entering, people started pushing forward and shoving, desperately trying to get to the front. This caused one of the barriers used to keep people in the queue to collapse, while security guards attempted to close the gate, aware of the insanity that was transpiring in front of them. However, with people continuing to push and shove, the gates were forced open. As a result, people at the front collapsed from exhaustion, while others behind them stumbled. This was exacerbated by a steep incline and uneven surface, causing the front of the group to stumble and fall forward. It was initially reported that one or more crowd members shouted that there was a bomb, causing people to run forward in fear for their lives. However, this was never proven. A combined 73 people were killed in the stampede, with 400 injuries. Initial reports noted that 88 people were killed. However, this was incorrect following counting errors. Revillame was stunned, stating, "This is a program that intends to help Filipinos, especially the poor. We only wanted to make these people happy." Revillame also told the crowd outside the stadium, "Please don't be angry at us, don't be worried. We will find a way to care for the injured and the dead." Vice President of the Philippines, Noli de Castro, visited the site, stating, "We did not want this to happen. It's just that there were so many people wanting to watch Wowowee because of the big prizes awaiting them." President of the Philippines, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, ordered a rapid investigation to be completed within 72 hours. Family members were devastated, with Mercedes Salazar losing his wife in the stampede. Both were unemployed at the time, with Salazar stating, "In the desire to win money, she is the one I lost." The Philippine National Red Cross and ABS-CBN led efforts to recover the dead bodies, with medical care paid for by ABS-CBN of the wounded, and then Chairman and CEO of ABS-CBN, Eugenio Lopez III, promised to provide financial assistance to the victims of the stampede and their families. Following an investigation by the National Telecommunications Commission, despite the possibility that ABS-CBN could lose their license as a result of the stampede, nothing came to pass from this, and in reality, ABS-CBN had no repercussions from the accident. Pope Benedict XVI expressed his sadness over the incident, with the Vatican Secretary of State Cardinal Angelo Sodano stating in a telegram to Pasig District Bishop Francisco San Diego that the Pope offers his prayers and condolences for all those affected by this terrible accident. On the first anniversary of the PhilSports Stadium Stampede, Wowowee, during the last segment, had a candlelit vigil and a moment of silence, with Revillame giving a short statement before Yeng Constantino sang Hawak Kamaye. Eat Bulaga also had a minute's silence on the first anniversary of the stampede. However, for the most part, ABS-CBN got off scot-free. On the 25th of August 2007, Revillame was cleared of any liability. Indeed, the show got into more trouble during the Hello Papi scandal, when on the 20th of August 2007, during an episode of Wowowee, a technical error occurred during the final jackpot round when Revillame opened a violet wheel and it was revealed that zero was on the film, while Revillame held in his right hand a second film, leading to an investigation by the Department of Trade and Industry, finding that the segment could have been rigged. ABS-CBN claimed that this was a design flaw, but the Department of Trade and Industry fined ABS-CBN 290,000 Filipino pesos for violating the Consumers Act. Ironically, ABS-CBN was never fined and nobody was jailed for the PhilSports Stadium Stampede. Wowowee would continue to air until the 30th of July 2010, when it was replaced by Filipinas Win Na Win. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to inform yourself of when new videos come out. Also, why not hit that like button and leave a nice comment? It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet, have an amazing day, and remember that truth is always more interesting than fiction.